My name's Mark Huggan. I run Phantom Couriers. You know, when I get here, it's dark outside. Sometimes I go through a whole summer and I think that there's no daylight. I go outside and it shocks me that I go down the stairs and it's daytime. It's like the 80s to me. I thought it was goth. Obviously, I was a very busy bike messenger. The busiest. I went from nothing to the most. One day, I decided I don't have a boss anymore. I just went to Kinko's, made my own sheet. Mark, Courier, pager number, call me. Just went underneath every door in town. And from that point on, it was crazy. I used to work out of my painting studio. I'd be painting, my pager would go off, I'd read it, I'd be like, oh, yeah, okay. Soon my paintbrushes were stuck to the pallet. The rent was due in the studio. I hadn't been there in weeks. It's like this courier company thing took off.
You're always doing something different, even though it is essentially the same job every day. You're always moving somewhere. You're connected to the cog, to the wheel. You can't stop pedaling. It's like the bike's an extension of you.
I used to work in kitchens, and I don't really like being in a contained space for 8 hours a day. I guess as far as a job in the city, this is what I enjoy the most. Even in the rain, it's fun. On the job, I don't really think anything else. I've definitely crashed before and have been hit. It's not fun. It's a hard job to do, some days more than others.
You know, I always wanted to be the anti-courier. I never wanted to be that guy pushing the elevator button 1,000 times or closing a door when somebody came. It's not about the perception of being a courier, what people want people to see. I like the real thing it is, like, you know, paperwork, administrative, lifting heavy things, getting places delivered. 10 new clients, 10 signed up today, not bad. I spend more time in this parking lot than I've spent with my family. My name's Mark Huggan, I own Phantom Couriers.
Being on a bike, out on my own all day, the pure freedom that you have, you know, the list of things you get to do that you don't necessarily have to do a certain way. There's no one always looking over your shoulder. But long term, I love to draw and sketch. I'm currently taking classes at Emily Carr that I hope kind of guide me where I want to go. I'm on good terms with Mark. I think he needs a vacation, and it's hard for him to take one, so I feel for him.
Like when I'm not dispatching or running Phantom, it's like, uh-oh, what's going on? Like balancing life on the head of a pin. That's what it's like. It's fun. Our old website had a thank you list to all of our employees that have ever worked here, or a little story about where they'd gone, but it ended up being like an epic blog. Man, if Phantom Couriers had a reunion, we'd need a big hall. A lot of cool people worked here, and people come in all the time from all over the world. They've gone everywhere, and they keep coming back and saying hi. They've gone out and done so much stuff, I stay here, but it's like, without here, they might not be there, so it's kind of pretty existentially cool. The whole idea was to get this frame pimped out, but we ran out of time. So Brandon picked it up from Justin, who worked at Phantom, who now runs a bike store. And now we get to give away this frame, and you guys are gonna win it.
Cranksgiving. That's got to be one of the most fun out of all the races in the year.
I just feel like going to work every day. I can't name the things I like about it, but if I was to be taken away, I would die. It's like, whoa, lost. Because it's an identity. Owning a business is an identity.